Hello, everyone, and welcome in. Hope everyone is doing well. Positive healing vibes to all the subscribers, the viewers, the world out there. Today, we are going to take a look at Gemini's monthly tarot spread for the month of May. In this reading, we are going to first tap into the energies with the Wisdom of the Oracle deck right here. Then I'm going to do two spreads this time. We're going to do a general overview. Then we'll also tap into love for the month, see what's going on with you there. I'm also going to do the full version here. Okay, so you guys are going to get a little bit of a taste of what you would see in the extended version of the readings. So that is going to be something that's interesting and new for you guys. Please keep in mind the messages here on YouTube are general. They are not going to resonate every time with every person. You are more than welcome to check other signs. It's really about the title. There's something in the title resonating. There's most likely going to be something in the message. I always tell every client I ever work with that you are going to know if the message is meant for you, Gemini, because it's going to hit you. You're going to feel it, okay? For more information on how to book a personal reading, the energy cleanse kits that I offer, how to get entered into the drawing that we do here every month for free personal readings, all that other helpful, useful information is in the description box below. And if you like how I vibe, you like how I interpret the cards, you would like future messages, you are more than welcome to subscribe. Everyone is always welcome here, and it does help set your intentions with the channel. So, Gemini. Let's see what's going on for you for May. Feel like there's something I feel going on, an energy that I'm picking up on, that it's time to move. It's time to move forward. Whatever you've been struggling with to let go of, whatever you've been ruminating over in your head, whether it's a past relationship, whether this is a career change, whether it's what's going on in the world right now, I feel like letting all of that negativity go, because it's holding you back from something that you're building, something that you're working on isn't fully coming to fruition because of this conflict here, Gemini. I do feel like there is a change coming. I feel like this change has been slow. It's been gradual. It's been over a long period of time. You've been going through this change. The energy that I'm picking up has been going through the change for a while now. Get the sense here, Gemini, that the thing with change is, here's the thing with change. We keep going through these processes, and we keep having these same simulations happen in our lives until finally we're sick of it. And once we get sick of it, once we've had enough, that's when we invoke the change within ourselves. But only until we get to that point are we going to be able to finally let go, until we've had enough. You know, if you haven't had your fill of this chaos, this conflict, this pain, this ruminating in your head back and forth on this situation, then you're not going to let it go. You're not going to, all right, we got to change. You know, this has to change. Something has to change. Something has to give. I feel like you're at that point. I feel like you've been trying to heal, you've been ruminating over the situation, maybe reviewing and releasing, and maybe even doing rituals to try to let go of this situation. Here in May, there's going to be a message, and this could be a message from the person, a message from the universe. There's going to be something that clicks in your brain to release all of this, to let this go. So let's see here, Gemini. I'm really curious to see. Also, look at this change in the wind and chaos and conflict. They kind of look similar. You know, this one kind of looks like it's deteriorating. It's like the change in the wind maybe was fought. So, looks like he's withering away in this picture. maybe even coming a whole different creature. There is this sense of needing to release the past and kind of like shedding your skin, transforming like a butterfly. Let's take a look here, Gemini. Let's use the Spellcaster Tarot deck for you. So this first spread for you, Gemini, we're going to do just a general overview. We'll look at love, money, health, work, and messages from spirit. And then we'll tap a little bit deeper into the love message. So let's see what comes out for you, Gemini. Get clarification. And don't forget, guys, I am going to be pulling the Archangel guidance cards at the end for the blessing. We'll do the soul truth here on this monthly reading for the lesson. It's all going to be included in this monthly reading. So let's see. Most important message here for Gemini. Please and thank you, Spirit. Eight of Swords is in the position of love. So we're going to keep going and then we'll talk about this in a second here, Gem. So let's see. For money for the month of May for Gemini Spirit. Does Gemini need to know surrounding money for the month of May? About health. What does Gemini need to know about health? Work. And messages from spirit. So, Gemini, the bottom of the deck is the Empress, the Four of Swords. There's a lot of healing energy that's coming out, letting go of this past situation. So, let's see what we have here. Get this clarifying deck as we talk about this. So, Eight of Swords in love. This is that sense that I was getting, Gemini, about that ruminating over a situation. The Eight of Swords is a card of feeling trapped, a card of feeling stuck in your thoughts, because Swords is all about thinking. In this Eight of Swords, this person is trapped, bound, and tied. Fire all around, okay? A bowl in back behind them, blocking them to go backwards. So the only way that they have to move is forward here. But again, they're bound, tied, and blindfolded, so they can't see. And this bound, tied, and blindfolded is by your thoughts. It's about how you're thinking about the situation. Feel like, yes, the only option you have is to move forward. And maybe part of you doesn't want to. Part of you still wants to hold on to that past situation. But understand here, Gemini, that those memories, those thoughts that you may be holding on to of positivity, the good times, it's not like that anymore. That's a past memory. And yes, those memories are fond, but I feel like things have changed in the dynamic of this relationship, and going back is only going to hurt you. It's only going to cause you more pain. There's a need here to kind of move forward and to focus on your healing. Four of Swords is clarifying. Let's clarify the Five of Pentacles for your money. This talks about feeling, the Five of Pentacles talks about feeling lost, right? Being left, abandoned. But when it's in the terms of money, it's that lack mentality. It's that not enough. Again, Gemini, I'm getting that energy of old ways aren't working. Maybe in the past, you always had to worry. Maybe living paycheck to paycheck, not knowing when you were going to have money to be able to travel, or not knowing where your next meal was coming from even. For some of you, this may be, you know, your bills may have been taken care of, but maybe you had to hustle. Maybe you had to struggle to make ends meet. And it still forms that stress, that anxiety. We kind of have to recalibrate or re-alchemize our chemistry in our body. Because especially when we're always used to stress, we're always used to drama, we're always used to those lower vibrational feelings. Whenever anything gets stressful, whenever anything gets a little too tough, we're going to revert back to that, okay? There has been work that you have been putting in. I feel like this is a mindset. This is talking about a mindset. That lack mentality is holding you back. And I feel like no matter how much work and effort you put into your money situation, if you're always stressed, you know, always withholding, it's kind of like the Four of Pentacles, where you're withholding money because you don't know, you know, if you're going to have enough. I feel like whatever you've been working on, it's going to be abundant. You are headed in the right direction. The Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. So instead of having that, I don't have enough, my needs aren't met, try to switch your focus. Gemini, your needs have always been met because you make it happen. You make it happen. Whatever challenges you face, whatever adversities you come across in your life, you always find a way. You always make it work. Let's clarify the Seven of Pentacles here. In health, okay? So, Seven of Pentacles, health is very important, right? Was getting the sense here when I was doing the pre-shuffle that maybe you were kind of stressing a little bit about what's going on in the world right now. Maybe you were a little bit anxious, you know, uncertainty, and a lot of people are. But those are still lower vibrational energies, and it's hard to manifest what you want in your life if you're working from those places. I feel like, Gemini, just boosting your immune system, okay? The Seven of Pentacles is like planting those seeds and putting in the work, right? So boosting your immune system, making sure that you have adequate vitamin intake every day. Maybe even working a little bit on your diet, eating more healthy and not so much junk. Or maybe you are already a health fanatic, so maybe there's a need to find a balance. Whatever is working for you, Gemini, but I feel like what the Seven of Pentacles to me is planting the seeds. So taking your vitamins, minerals, magnesium. Magnesium is so important. That's one of the biggest deficiencies that people overlook. So get clear, okay? Get focused on, you know, and don't do it all at once. Maybe like one week at a time. You know, maybe this week you're going to incorporate being on track with when you eat. Maybe the next week you're going to incorporate more vegetables. Things like that. Slow and steady. Don't rush things. But I feel like just being honest, being clear with yourself and where you're at. Awareness is key in everything. Okay? Knight of Pentacles in the position of your work is coming out, clarified by the King of Pentacles, guys. So I do feel like there is something you have been working on, whether this is a business, whether this is maybe schooling to kind of up your game, or maybe you've been taking seminars or webinars to step your sales game up. Whatever the case may be here, it may be a slow and steady process, but understand that you are building a solid foundation for yourself in this. Because when we go from the Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles, that also tells me that you're going through this advancement, like promotion, if you will, leveling up in life. Okay. And then the messages from Spirit are Star. Okay. Star is healing, Star is balance, but this card also symbolizes being a leader, being the head of a following. Usually it's a star, like a star, a superstar. So whether this is a lot of people knowing you in your corporation, in your business, maybe you have a large following on social media, focus on the future. Focus on the future. You have the tools. You have what it takes. You have what you need. I feel like you are headed in the right direction. You may be even manifesting this with the Magician card, or have manifested this. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep focusing on the work. Focus on the future. I know sometimes it's hard. Sometimes we do look back on the past. Being aware that that's what you're doing, that that's a process that you're going through, Gemini, is going to be beneficial here. So let's get into this love message for you for the month of May. Let's get a different deck out here for you, Gem, for your love message. For the month of May, Spirit, what does Gemini need to see in love? One more shuffle. All right, Gemini, we're going to take a look at you, your person, challenges, and the outcome for Gemini. So we have the Hermit, the Page of Swords, the Two of Wands, Queen of Swords. Looks like here, Gemini, again, you're kind of in this healing phase. I feel like we'll put it as a metaphor, if you will, Gemini. You're in this phase of transformation. So you've been in your cocoon, and you've been in this cocoon for a while, transforming and growing your wings. You're coming to a point here where you're about to break out of your cocoon, okay? If you know anything about butterflies and their evolution, it's an amazing process. But what goes on there, Gemini, when a butterfly transforms and bursts out of their cocoon? Once they've burst out of that cocoon, okay, it's the most amazing feeling, I'm sure. But during that process of them trying to break free, it's a struggle. And a little tidbit of information, Gem. The butterfly's wings wouldn't actually have the ability to fly if they didn't go through that struggle. And I feel like that's kind of where you're at right now. You're releasing all these toxic, negative belief patterns, toxic people, places, and things out of your life that are no longer serving you. You may have been going through this process for a while, yes, but you're coming to this period where you're no longer allowing this heartache, this sadness, to affect you moving forward. I feel like your person is watching you grow. The Page of Swords here. Yes, this is spying, but I feel like they're more watching with awe. Like they're watching you grow. They're watching your evolutionary process here. Okay. I do feel like this person is probably a person who has done you very dirty, has done you very wrong. I feel like this is also probably a person that you're not talking to. It's probably one of those people that you cut off, Gemini. Okay? I do feel like they may be contemplating a way to come back in, but I get the sense here that they don't know how to approach. What's challenging this relationship here, Gemini, is you guys are in this energy of getting even or competing with each other. I get this sense here that a lot of this has to do with this person. You know, that may be how they are. That's just in their demeanor. But I feel like this is an energy that's no longer serving you, Gemini, and that's very well why you chose to cut them off. It's very well why you chose to take a step back from this person. I'm going to get some clarification. I feel like this person is going to come back in. They just seem so adamant here by watching you. The Hermit clarified by the Hermit in reverse. That's amazing. So again, you're coming out of this transformation process here, Gem. And I feel like I said, it's your person that's kind of holding this space of they're in competition with you. And I feel like, Gemini, you're in this space of there's enough for everybody. There's maybe not always, but I feel like that's the mindset that you're headed towards, okay? And every once in a while, when you look back to this past situation, you're triggered back into that past state, okay? And I feel like that's why Spirit here, Gemini, is telling you that it's time to let all of this go. It's time to let the past go. It's time to move forward, okay? This may have been a water sign. It may have been an air sign. We have Virgo showing up here too. We have Earth energy. All of the signs are present here. So it really could have been anyone. Now, I feel like this person, again, is going to come back in for some communication. If this person does, actions over words, Gemini. Actions over words. And that's only for some of you. For some of you, you're going to be wanting to entertain this relationship. Maybe it's a soulmate connection. Others of you, I feel like you're not entertaining the BS. I will mention here, Gemini, that the Queen of Swords is clarified by the Seven of Cups. They're still in this confused state, uncertain state, undecided, not knowing what they want. And that may very well be why you took a step back. Focus on yourself. Don't let them penetrate your bubble because they come back with an apology. It's okay to accept their apology. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying here, Gemini, is be very honest with this person when they come back. I don't want to go through that energy again, and I don't feel like you have changed. They haven't. So, Gemini, soul journey cards that are coming out for you. Balance. And we did talk about balance throughout this reading too, guys. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. balance. Discipline. Discipline is the key to achieving your goals, first of all, okay? I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Discipline. If we don't have discipline when we're trying to accomplish anything, it's hard to get anywhere in life, right? There is the sense of balance, the sense of discipline. I feel like this is where you're moving towards, Gem. This is where you're headed towards, okay? I feel like there is something that you've been working on, not only spiritually, but materialistically as well. Maybe this was a business, or maybe you were working on a degree to level up in a career field. Whatever the case may be here, Gemini, you are headed in the right direction. Let's get a few cards out here for your advice for the month. Then we will pull out the guidance cards, the Archangel guidance cards for the blessing and the soul truth for the monthly lesson. Okay. There's still some work that needs to be put in. We have the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So there's still work that needs to be put in for sure. Okay. That we do see. Right now, focus on the balance. Focus on that calm, meditative state, okay? Also, I feel like for some of you, you may want to work on communication or communicating how you feel. So part of that is just being aware of those feelings, also being aware of your triggers. Then the Sun card. I do feel like you are headed in the right direction. The Sun card is the most positive card in the deck. Talks about abundance. Talks about success. Bright sunshiny days are ahead, Gemini. You have to let go of this past. And I feel like the main thing that's going to help you to let go is the awareness piece, you know? Being aware when those emotions arise in you and trying to pinpoint how, why, what triggered me to think like that. Just having awareness, period, is the first step to getting over this process, okay? Let's get these. We'll take this one. You know what to do. Archangel Uriel. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. You know what you need to do. Gifts from God. Archangel Sandalphon. We angels bring you gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive it. See, so when you're holding on to the past, Gem, it's hard for you to be open to receiving the blessings that are coming in for you. It's time to release. It's time to release. The last card out sums it all up. Career transition. We did talk about this as well. You are leveling up. I know it's a slow process, and you probably have heard this a couple times in readings before, but I guarantee you, Gemini, by the end of this year, you will see what I mean. Career transition. Your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. You will see what I mean at least by the end of the year, but I guarantee you, Gemini, by the end of summer, you're going to start seeing things lining up and coming to fruition. That awareness piece is going to be so pertinent in moving forward, because right now I feel like you're kind of blindly going through this. Sometimes you're having a good day, good week, good month, and then all of a sudden something triggers you to think back on that past situation. When that happens, check yourself, okay? Body check. What happened to make me, did a song play? Did I receive a call or a text from somebody? Did somebody say something or do something that reminded me of that person? Did I smell something? Did I go by a place that I used to interact with this person a lot? Any little thing, just pay attention to the triggers, bring awareness to yourself, maybe even write it out in a journal. Okay. This awareness piece is going to help you move forward. You're going to know what to do. Once you bring awareness to these triggers, you're instantly going to know what you need to do after that. Everything's going to fall into place. Do I know all of my strengths, and am I using them? We all have superpowers, but it's up to us to uncover them. When we live and lead with our strengths, we are able to show up in our zone of genius. This inspires others to do the same. Ask yourself, how can I use one of my soul's gifts today to contribute to this open and ready world? Do I know all of my strengths, and am I using them? Beautiful, Gemini, beautiful. So that is the message I have coming out for you guys for this month of May. This was your general reading. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing the content. You guys are all amazing. And I look forward to seeing your beautiful souls again soon. Namaste.